President Biden. You may think he's just an old man missing half his brain with one too many facelifts. But what if I told you there's more here than meets the eye? Big Joe recently confirmed he will not even be attempting to pull up a second term as POTUS. His announcement has, unsurprisingly, picked up plenty of big reactions. As if people are surprised, a man who was around for the Lincoln assassination and who now has Swiss cheese for brain matter probably isn't fit for the big rig of the White House. In amongst all the reactions, though, one hit home harder than the rest, and might have helped to reveal a shocking skeleton in President Biden's closet.
So I just want to say, I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics.
Right, so keep that comment in mind. Not a great sign for CNN, since he's a political analyst, but props for the honesty. Now, considering he knows nothing about politics by his own admission, news of the Biden resignation declaration shouldn't mean that much to him. Right?
I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just a, some problem for the party. Wait till we get to the convention.
Oh dear. It appears this is a personal issue for old Van, but why? Well, let's listen to the clues and see what we can discover.
I wouldn't have a career without Joe Biden. Joe Biden picked me out of the puppy pile.
Now that's interesting. Why would a self-admitted know-nothing be so closely connected to such important, high-ranking figures in U.S. government?
When your grandpa, you got to take the keys. And everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys. You got to, and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated. And then you finally get the keys back. And then you just cry.
Why is Van Jones in the discussion for Joe Biden's keys? That's a very personal, home-based chat. That's the real question right here. Why is he tight enough with Big Joe to be there? And why is he calling him Grandpa? Through my extensive research for this video, I've discovered that sometimes in the world of kinky, age-gap dating, terms like daddy and grandpa get thrown around. Could it be, allegedly, that Van Jones is defending his honey and white-knighting for the man he now very openly loves?
I just know that I love this man, I care about this man, and I love Joe Biden.
Shocking stuff. If Biden had spent more time getting stem cells for his faulty brain and less time making love to subpar CNN analysts, he may have got to run again this year. He may have won, we'll never know. Of course, the secret world of hookups and depravity doesn't stop at Biden and Jones, or Jan, as I've come to call them. Oh no! This is all part of a bigger club that you and I will never be in, rife with erotic action that goes to the very top. It's a horny, twisted world out there for the elites, one of physical passion and perversion, while the rest of us work, soul-crushing, full-time jobs, and picture other people while we get on top of our partners. Look no further than the mysterious shadow campaign to get Joe Biden elected in the first place. Shocking. I am shocked. Alliances between so-called activists and big business troublemakers were formed, all in service of making Cheeky Joe president. And they say, it's because they hated Donald Trump. But what if that's just a smokescreen? What if this was really all just about getting one of their orgy buddies a leg up? Maybe to be president, giving up that ass takes precedent. You see, in ancient Rome, the elites would often get down on it in enormous orgies for a variety of reasons. And it's clear to me that some things never change. The orgies. Allegedly. Maybe. I'm ignorant. I just don't know. Now, let's look at the next piece of the puzzle. Let's just take a look at Biden's VP, Kamala Harris. Always smiling, always laughing, non-stop, like a robot or a really crappy action figure. But why? Some of you who don't pay enough attention might rudely dismiss the VP as a zero-charisma drone, just smiling about awkwardly because she doesn't know what else to do when on camera. And you would be wrong. That is a post-orgasm chill smile, if ever I've seen one, and admittedly, I haven't seen one in some time. It has not been a good year for me in the dating market. Fresh out of the shag room with Big Joe and friends. Ooh yeah, that's a smile of satisfaction. But you see, recently, the bloom might have come off the rose. And recently, we've seen Biden mess with her just a little bit in public, making the immense sexual tension between the pair obvious to even the normiest of normies like myself. Let's take a look.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Now, a lot of no-good bigoted trolls suggested this was just senile behavior and that Biden has dementia. Wrong! This was Biden cruelly messing with one of his many lovers at the orgy club, in calling her by the wrong name. He's showing how replaceable she is, how little he regards her, in his personal life, not in the White House, and leaving her wondering if perhaps he's already found yet another new lover to replace her with in Donald Trump. To use a public, political forum for something this petty is just not cool. And unfortunately, this was not the only time Dirty Joe pulled such a stunt.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
That's bloody outrageous. Everything I just said, right? Everything I just said about Trump and Harris, right? Repeat that, but switch out Harris and Trump for Zelensky and Putin. It's stuff like this, which is why Joe Biden actually had to go. He took the world of old elite people sleeping together all the time to new, rather public heights, so that people like myself picked up on it. And if there's one thing the world of rich people orgies agree on, you at least try to keep it secret. Shocking. Just truly shocking, unpleasant stuff. And to think this video started out as just being about... What was his name again? Van Jones. Yeah, there we are. Whoops, I completely forgot about him by the end of that. I dare say everyone else will by the end of the week.